Yes, guys. So we have started the recording right now. So Radhesham, you are the presenter. You can share your screen.
I hope it is already visible. And guys, I don't know
Yes,
where
yes,
we got
visible. Okay,
disconnected
we are
actually.
sorry. There was some-
Uh,
Yeah. There was some disconnection happened. So we'll start it from here. 1 second.
okay. So guys, I'm explaining sourcing module earlier. I don't know where we exactly disconnected. Hello, everyone is there? Can anyone just confirm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we able to hear you.
Okay, okay. So basically, sourcing module, I'll start again that it is upstream module actually. So where it will start from your PR process. The PR process will be it is remains in your S4 or ECC, and that will be converted into RFQ, and then it will send back to your Ariba sourcing module to Ariba via integration. That is a code automation integration where you whatever PR information that will be flow back to Ariba, and from that we will create a sourcing project. So sourcing project is nothing but if you want to collect the quotations, you want to do the auction for you want to do the negotiation. For that reason, we are creating auctions for that purpose. So basically, Ariba will provide that solution where you can float the inquiry between the different suppliers. So it will beneficial to you or your client. So in a one single shot, we are inviting multiple suppliers for RFPs. For auctions, we are doing some there is a lot of strategies, we can say templates for that. So auctions and RFP have different template. This is a template based approach actually for Ariba. So you are going to create your templates, how to collect the quotations from suppliers, what questions needs to ask, what kind of formula you have to create. So that is basically as a functional consultant, you we are doing that kind of things. We are developing the customized templates for them, and then we are giving them training how to use that. So basically, here we are going to learn the templates. We are going to create events, but along with that we are going to learn how to create template creation, how to create templates, how to create formulas, how to create questions, what are the different rules for that, how to hide bids from other suppliers, so how buyers will hide that. For that reason, we are going to learn from sourcing. So sourcing, it will help you to collect the quotations, do the negotiations, then your approval flows, your team management, your documents we will manage in that. So uh, everything will be in under one roof. So we'll create from one sourcing project multiple events for that reason. And in that, once that finalizing, which means we collect the quotations, we did the negotiation, and now we want to award that particular event or material to some suppliers. We decided this is the best price I got, and now I want to award those suppliers. So basically, what happening in that, so you are sending that quotation or quote to your backend system again to create the PO. Till that time, the sourcing will be in part. So that is actually P2O, procure to order. So that is your sourcing part. Or sometimes some clients using a non-integrated system. They don't want to use the integrated system. They just want using standalone system. Means without any integration. They don't use quote automation. They just directly random. They use standalone system. They will come here and create events, RFPs and auctions, and then they will manually going to create the PO. So that kind of also solutions in market. Some organization doing in that way, some doing in integrated systems. Both both kind of scenarios we are going to discuss how it will be. And all these techniques for auctions, all those RFP techniques for collect the quotations, everything we are going to discuss here. How to create users, suppliers, then your master data, how to create those master data for sourcing, contract, SLP, commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, for everything. How the data has been differentiated and what master data is common. Everything we are going to discuss here. Then comes to your contract management. Contract management is for uh, the bond, or we can say agreement between two parties, like buyer and seller. So every clause has been negotiated. So how to create that clauses, what documents, how that document has been generated, what kind of templates used for the master agreement and for your main agreement. So everything, we are, just one second, guys, just one second, give me one second. Sorry. Okay. Uh, so in contract management, we have a lot many things, like for clause library we can learn. We can check what kind of task we can assign to our users. So there is again, we are signing documents. For that reason, we are using different signing tools. One of them is like DocuSign. So these are like the modules where many organizations currently using the contract management and all this. Sourcing also there is a part. So if you learn template creation, you'll understand how the sourcing templates will be there, contract management and for SLP. But to understand basic things from this is the sourcing part, where you are going to buy a something material or service. For that reason you are using sourcing module, just to those who are fresher. And contract is nothing but that once you decide to buy the material, then you are binding that supplier to deliver that material, or you are doing some kind of clause for that, you are doing agreement on that part. So again you are buying some material from that or service, whatever you are doing, you are creating a contract document for that. So for that reason we are going to create a contract management. We are using the contract Ariba has that module that is called contract management. Now how to register the suppliers, many organizations struggling for these kind of things, like for how to register those suppliers, how to avoid the duplicate suppliers. Because if you are working in means MNC or any like manufacturing organization, they have struggling for multiple vendors for one organization. They have created multiple ERP codes or vendor codes for one organization. Now they don't understand which one is the best, which one is the correct and vendor code for them. Ariba will provide that kind of solution where you can avoid the duplicate vendor creation part. Once you register that supplier, you will get the notification from Ariba, this supplier has been duplicate. So there is some criteria actually. So how to build up that criteria on template basis, what kind of questions or what kind of say what kind of settings we have to do for that to avoid the duplicates. Then the qualification purpose, because suppliers will provide you different kind of material. So for which kind of material, like for IT services like laptop or your manufacturing any gauges or anything. So for that reason, if your supply is not qualified, for that reason you are uh, asking them for some certifications, some kind of questions. So if that supplier is not fulfill those details, or you are not understand that supplier is not qualified, you will not get the quality material. So for that organization, that level organization currently working on that part, they doing that qualification for that supplier. if that supplier is qualified for that material, still they are doing performance for that supplier down to year. If that supplier is quality suppliers but he's not delivering material on time, that quality of that material is sometimes it is good and later on that will be decreasing, or later on that supplier is not responding to you. So down to year you're analyzing, or quarterly or fortnightly you're doing some checks on that performance. So that solutions will be provided under this Ariba supplier lifecycle and performance. So that things we are going to discuss here. Then risk module we are not going to discuss, because this is a again there is a separate things required, and currently we have a restricted access for this, so that's why we are not going to conduct. Last time we are struggle for this, so this part we are not going to take. Spend analysis again, it depends. Many organizations using spend analysis, it is for their spend. So analyzing how by which buyer or which commodity or which organized plant or which region, they how many spend they have utilized and what commodity. So doing that spend analysis, they use this spend analysis. But in India, or we can say major organizations, they're doing manual spend analysis because they have different tools to analysis that. So for that reason, they are not using Ariba. Maximum, I haven't seen any using this spend analysis. uh, or Indian people, they're doing on Excel only. So they know what kind of material they have, what category for that material, their buyers, and then their region. So for that reason they are manually doing. But few organizations who they have global presence, they are doing this Ariba spend management. So spend analysis, it is important factor until unless you will not enter in any Ariba upstream module. So for that reason, it is required. If Ariba, SAP is pitching Ariba to any customer, first they do that analysis for that spend analysis for that customer. Then they will highlight what major categories to address sourcing or contracts or SLP or any other SAP Ariba module. So for that reason, they doing this spend analysis. They will uh, check their PO numbers, invoicing numbers, everything. So for that reason, it is important to understand what exactly the spend analysis module. So that is actually manually. You can also understand this module has a lot of things to do, but we don't have access for this. We have this upstream three module: sourcing, SLP, contract management, and these all three are template based approach. These five are upstream module. Okay, from PR to order, whatever things it will comes under upstream. Once you create the PO, and then you're later on you're doing purchase order creation, you're sending the purchase order to supplier, you're confirming that purchase order from suppliers, are they delivering that material or not. So we are taking the confirmation from suppliers. Then we are doing ACE, and supplier will do the ACE and advance ship notice. Supplier will intimate us that I'm sending this material and so date, and it is packed in such boxes or any what transport they use. So everything that information they will sending to buyer, and buyer will get the idea. So our material has been dispatched, now our warehouse team needs to be ready for receive the material, and then they will do the receiving. So all these things will be shared between buyer to supplier and within team, warehouse team and procurement team. They are doing that kind of communication, and they are checking that PO and the material. They will know what material receiving on which date. So that inbound delivery has been generated. On that basis, warehouse team know that this material for this PO has been receiving on this day. So once that material will received at factory level, they will do the GRN, good receiving, for that. Then that notification sent back to supplier that we received the material, and now we have to raise a invoice for that particular whatever the quantity they received. On that basis, we will do the invoicing for that. So for that reason, once they're doing the invoicing, so buyer will approve that invoice, and they later on they do the payment. So these things comes under your P2P, or we can say the downstream module. So now here we have different module for like Ariba buying, Ariba commerce automation, supply chain collaboration. Each module had different things to do. Currently, the scenario which I talked to discuss with you, that is under this commerce automation and for supply chain collaboration. Now, supply chain collaboration is the like middleware for upstream and downstream actually. Forecast from forecasting, not from your PR, from forecasting. If you create, if you do, you any organization want to develop one material or any service for their organization, like, so they do the forecasting for that. They do the analysis, what material we have to require, what material we require, what kind of suppliers we need, what kind of quality we require for that material. So everything they do the forecasting for that. So for that reason, SSC, supply chain collaboration module, will be the solution for that, because they have forecast collaboration. Then you are sourcing, you are doing sourcing, that is under Ariba only. But supply chain collaboration, again your PO creation, then your quality collaboration, how your quality for that material. So for that reason, again quality collaboration is there. So these three add-ons along with the supply chain collaborations, like your forecast collaboration, your PO collaboration. PO collaboration nothing but whatever we discussed earlier. So those things, and then your quality collaborations, these things will be under the supply chain collaboration. But currently we have only access for PO collaboration. So I have worked on PO collaboration earlier for two projects. So I know most of organization, they never show their forecasting, because it is if you that is like we can say their auditorial point or their secrecy for that particular thing. So Indian tendency, they'll never show their forecast, what kind of material they want to or what kind of service they want to prepare for next 2 years or 6 months. They will never share. They internally decide these things. But Ariba have that solution. If you want to do the forecasting, you can use our platform. We have that add-on with that supply chain collaboration. Again, for quality collaboration, yes, many organization using Ariba solution, that is for quality collaboration. Again, supply chain collaboration have a best module, I can say. If you want to learn, you can at least start from PO collaboration. I'll teach you how to use this PO collaboration. Quality and forecast collaboration, it depends when your client will ask you. I'll share you some guides where you can at least refer those points, and you can deliver. I have knowledge about the PO collaboration, quality collaboration, forecast collaboration, but it will create confusion for you guys, because initially you will not understand what exactly I'm talking about these things. So I'll keep you interesting part, because that is a major part actually. PO collaboration, commerce automation and supply chain collaboration, transition wise it looks same, all the configurations also same, but these module have their own differentiation. Like supply chain collaboration have add-on features. So commerce automation have some restriction. Here we can use a B2B suppliers, we can integrate suppliers with our backend ERP. So again, there is a chance where your, if you heard about EDI suppliers, or I don't know, so the suppliers also integrate their system with the Ariba. So that is this that feature in supply chain collaboration, it is useful. Here we have partition supply, like normal suppliers, like portal suppliers. We always say portal suppliers. So again, there is two different, full enablement and light enablement on supplier basis. What is that? So we are going to in depth, we are going to discuss that. If you want to learn this, then we will share you what is the commerce automation, what is the supply chain. And I'll tell you, if you want to enter in, if you are a fresher, or you want to enter in Ariba, your first job, you want to you want to enter in supply chain things, then I'll tell you, you can focus on this four module: Ariba sourcing, SLP, supply chain collaboration, commerce automation. First, these four module. These are very interesting module. I always recommend people, those who are entering or they want to enter in Ariba or they want to start their career with Ariba. This is easy to learn, and uh, if you do the testing, you'll understand why I'm telling these things. Ariba buying catalog management also easy, but there is a lot of master data, and again there is some rules we have to configure. There is a lot of files, carousels we have to create. Like if you remember, you are buying some products from Flipkart and Amazon. You can see the cards. You can go and click on that product, and you will buy that material or product or service. So that is, it looks easy, but that is even hard to configure this, because if you whenever wherever you are going to click, so each and everything you have to create, you have to customize these things. So for that reason, this catalog management will help you. So here for larger picture, that Flipkart and all these things, that is actually the they are only using catalogs, but in organization there is a n number of products, n number of services, n number of categories. So on that basis we are going to create these catalogs. We have some templates, not templates, we can say it is not a template based approach in catalog management. It is a like form based, or we can say that is there is a pre-configured some customized UI, we can say. And from that we will use our catalogs. We will add, suppliers will add their catalogs. We can on behalf of supplier we will add our catalogs, and then there is a carousels and categories we will add, master data will add everything. You have to customize. Even your PO form you have to customize there. So if you are entering in this downstream, if you are fresher, then might you'll feel that this Ariba has been very worse module, I don't want to learn. But if you want to learn this Ariba, slowly you can start on sourcing, then SLP, supply chain collaboration, commerce automation. Then you can automatically learn this catalog management, because whatever master data we are using for sourcing, SLP, contracts, supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, any module, like those same master data we are using for catalogs. But again, there is a some parts is auto and some parts are manual. Then you have to create these catalogs. You'll Akshay will help you in this, because he is expert in this area. Catalog management, then your P2P things and contracts. So Akshay, my colleague, will help you to understand how to use this module. Now we are here to help you on all this module, not only for supply chain collaboration or sourcing. Upstream and downstream, all module we are going to teach you. In the upstream, mainly focusing on sourcing, SLP, contract management. Then we are moving supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, catalog management, and Ariba buying. So these module we are going to focus. Ariba buying, catalog management, and contract will Akshay will teach you. And all these module like sourcing, SLP, supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, and along with this most important topic, which is currently in market. If you search any job, they will ask you at least one projects you have to work on integrated. Do you have experience on integrated scenario? Have you worked on at least one integrated project? So that, what is the integrations, why companies asking you why their requirement is on integrated scenarios. So we are going to teach you that integration along with the CIG configurations. We are teaching you SLP integration. We are teaching you supply chain collaboration, commerce automation integration. What are the common things for all sourcing, contracts, catalog management, buying, these things? What are the common factors for integration? What is the responsibility of functional Ariba functional team? What technical configurations we have to do? How we will take the help from basis and ABAP team or any consultant? If you are things, material management already, if you know that knowledge about then I can say this is the base platform you can learn, because this will help you to deep dive in supply chain. And all these module, once you learn, you can focus on any 2 3 module. If it depends, we are just suggesting you, you can focus on interviews, you can start giving your interview, you can prepare your CVs, and you can let us know if you want some help from our side. And in each session, I'm telling you what questions they will ask you in the interview, why they are asking that, why that is important things. So if before your this batch, I think we in last sessions or earlier, many people noting down the questions, and they later on giving us feedback about that things, that same questions they ask us. And even we have cleared their doubts on that part. Because whatever, whenever you are paying for something, you have to get from that point. Because we don't want you to leave it like just for the paying your, and we are just delivering some kind of portion, and that's it. Here we are going to discuss each and every aspect in detail only. Okay. So just to brief you on Ariba sourcing key features. So there is in RFI, there is a request of RFP process, like request for proposal. In request for proposal for quotation, there is again 2 3 different templates type, which is standard. And with sourcing, we'll start, why we start with sourcing, because that is a basic of Ariba. And if you learn sourcing, then you learn each and every module like upstream and downstream. But base, if you start, once you fix your base now, then you'll easily, it easy to learn you, because these things are contracts. Common in contracts, templates is common. Then your SLP, again your template has been common, like the not the feature wise, there is slight changes in some points, or but template creation part will be remain same for these 3 module. But again, in downstream, your master data will be common. For that reason, how to use that, how to add that master data. So each and everything we are going to discuss. How to create the auctions. So reverse auction, your participants will involve in that. You're doing some auctions for your client, and supplier desperately putting their price, they want to win that bid. So you're going to create that things, and you can see how the result will be there, how your uh, this benefits for your clients. Your client is earning some money from that, because once you save that money, the client will definitely like happy for you, because each and every organization want their price should be decreased, or they want about lower price. So Ariba definitely auction will make that that impact on your suppliers. So it will create a fair bidding process. Because we in Ariba, you have multiple auction type. If you see, patented 48 types of auctions you have: reverse auction, forward auction, total cost, Dutch auction, index based, transformation, bid console. So everything like this transformation bidding, index based. And what is Dutch kind of auction? There is one more Japanese kind of auction. How these auctions types, and how we are going to use that, how we are going to develop. So you need to understand reverse auction, forward auction, total cost, Dutch, index based, and Japanese auction. Once you learn these things, definitely it will create an impact on your client. And this is the some screenshot. I'll show you the exact screen, don't worry about that. And this is the SAP Ariba Commerce Automation and Supply Chain Collaboration PO configuration. This is called PO configuration things. So this is your backend ERP. Purchase order will be create here. This is these things we are going to ERP configuration. What requires in ERP configuration? What things we have to configure in this CIG, and what things we have to configure in Ariba network, and then our transitions will be flow. Like your purchase order sending to suppliers, then supplier doing confirmation, it will come to you. Then your order inquiry for like a CS service entry sheet if you are doing. Then ASN, that inbound delivery had been generated. then supplier will create invoicing, then your invoice status update, and then payment. So these things will be help you to understand what configurations you have to do, because commerce automation and supply chain collaboration PO configuration are same. We will teach you each and every aspect. I think this is the contract things, where your outline agreement how it looks like. If you see, this is the heading and these are the clauses for that contract. So your main agreement and there is a contract. So this clause library, how you are using, how to create this document under your clause library, how you are putting the hard coded clauses in that, and then you are using for other contracts, your NDA, non disclosure agreement, other things. So everything will be under this outline agreement you are going to create. We are help you to understand how to create these things. This is Ariba buying. Earlier I said you the it's like cart, Amazon shopping or like your Flipkart. But this category we have multiple categories. If you see this MRO, these are your templates. So under this MRO we have different carousels. So then your actual material. So we are going to create this cart type things, and your buyer will easy to buy that particular category or material. So catalog management will help you in that. And we will show you demo directly. One second, just give me one second. I'll show you the screen of Ariba. Till the time, if you have any issue, you can sorry, any points you want to understand or you want some queries, you can ask. We have some time. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Radhesham. This is Nilesh here. I think
Yes.
you have briefly explained, what you are going to teach us during these sessions. So basically, since I'm very new to this Ariba, right,
Okay.
and as a supplier, I'm using for my company, right. So
Okay.
that's this is how my interest is now in this more into the sourcing and all those parts. So
Mhm.
you can understand as a supplier I know, but
Mhm.
as a
Buyer.
buyer I need to, yeah, as a buyer I need to understand the whole dynamics of Ariba. Of course,
Correct.
you can say top level I know what exactly how it is going to work, but
Mhm.
uh, even the process and all those things that I understand. And what I need to is to how to work in the system basically in SAP Ariba. So
Yes, I understand you.
all those nitty gritty, this is what my expectation from this entire session.
Definitely, we will help you in that, because see, currently you are using as a supplier point of view. The
Yes,
screen which you
I'm using a thing. Yes,
correct. So currently, you're saying that as a customer point of view or supplier point of view, but
yes,
how to create those events? Like you are entering your pricing in some events. There is a lot of things pricing. You will see some questions. You will see some conditions. You will
absolutely,
see things.
absolutely, yes, yes,
So
yes,
that is end user point of view. But how to develop that? What strategy they have used? If you are
yes,
entering in an auction, if you see different auction strategies they are using, sometimes they're doing reverse auction, sometimes they are doing Dutch auction, sometimes they're
that's
doing
option.
total cost auctions. So how to develop that, that is actually the case where we
Yes,
are helping you understand, because these are the strategies, and it is case to case basis. It will changes. If you are I'll tell you the example, how to create competitive bidding. Like in reverse auction we'll invite more than three suppliers, because that requires to be fair bidding and competitive bidding for that, because we'll showing them rank L1, L2, L3. So on that basis we are trying to negotiate with them, because system will show them rank only, supplier will put their price. So they will see their rank. On that basis they'll understanding I'm on L2 means L2 means I'm not the best bidder. So I
yeah, I'm
have
the
to best
second best
bid.
bidder.
So
Yes.
they will put drastically, they will change their price drastically. They understand the pain of that, losing the that bidding. So that it will create impact on that, so they will, that strategically they will think how to be best bidder. So they will start bidding on that point of view. So that is your,
Abs-
for that
Absolutely.
reason,
Absolutely. Yes.
yes,
Um,
for
uh,
that reason we required two three supply, more than three suppliers. So that is a
okay.
reverse auction. In
Okay.
your Dutch auction, you no need to submit the pricing. System will show you the pricing after some amount. Sometimes means 1 minute or 30 seconds, we will increasing that amount. Like we will start our price, like you have to buy your base price you will get for 10,000. Your quotation, L1 quotation is 10,000 rupees. So what we will do, we will reduce that price up to 7,000 or 6,000, and we will start from that 6,000 to 10,000, because we have to reduce that. That is a
It's a
downward bidding.
forward option.
No, no, that is, I'm talking about
Okay.
Dutch auction.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in Dutch auction, we are doing downward bidding. In forward auction, we are doing upward bidding. So when we are selling something, so that
Yes.
time we required much amount. Means we required, we will earn, or we earn something. But in
Yes.
downward bidding, we will save our money, because we got quotation from three suppliers. One supplier is given 10,000, second supplier is given 12,000, and third supplier is given 15,000. So what
Okay.
best price we got? We got the best price of 10,000, because material has been same. The suppliers from all the locations, like from Pune only. So we, you got the amount for that. The material is same. Specification has been same. Suppliers from the same city, but still they have the variation in price. So what price you got best? That is 10,000. So what we will do, we we keep that price as our ceiling price. So that is the base price we got from market. So if anyone want to give us below to that 10,000, we'll as a we'll consider that 10,000 as a ceiling value, and we'll start our auction from that value. So supplier will give you, some suppliers will give the 9,500, or some suppliers give 9,000. If anyone want, they don't want to give any discount, they will put the 10,000 rupees. That is in reverse auction. But in Dutch auction, what we'll do, we'll start our auction from 7,000. After 1 minute, we'll increase 500 rupees. It will up to 10,000 rupees. That auction will be goes. And whenever suppliers will accept that price, like it will create impact on supplier. No need to put the price. They will checking the pricing. It will showing them. So there is no rank or something like that. Supplier just accept that. They just need to
Yes.
accept that price. Once they will accept that price, that auction will be freeze. It means
Please.
that no supplier, no ranking, I don't know what is my rank, L1 or L2, L3, but order has been gone. Someone has been accepted that price, and that order has been gone. Now it will
Maybe
create
they
an
can
impact
they
on
can
supplier.
accept it part ways also. Out of the
Yes,
total
in that.
quantity, you can accept for
Yes,
certain
yes.
quantities.
Yes,
So
yes. That kind of auctions also we can develop for Dutch auctions. Like for first 100 quantity, you can accept this price. For more than 100, so later 100 quantity. So that is uh, part wise we can do. But Dutch auction is mainly for if you have only one supplier, and you
mhm.
don't know that supplier, other suppliers, because you don't seeing, you don't have visibility on your rank and all these things. It means they have changed their strategy, because they have only one supplier. We can do the Dutch auction with one supplier also, because we don't showing the pricing, oh sorry, ranking, even supplier is not submitting their price. Just need to accept that price. So for that reason, we are going to create a Dutch auction. So how, so minimum supplier one, maximum you can put anything. That is a strategy, because we are using one supplier, and we are doing negotiation with one supplier. So for that reason, we are going to create a Dutch auction. That is a strategy I'm telling you. But
Yes, yes, of course.
for,
I think for each auction, you know, there is a
yeah,
strategy behind each auction. If you
yes,
understand
yes,
that strategy, I
yes,
think that's the best solution you can give to your customer. Basically, which
yes,
auction
yes.
you need for particular product. Maybe
See,
when you needed the
yeah,
which type of auctions.
Absolutely correct. So here we are going to discuss all those strategies. It is based on your category, it is based on your locations, it is based on your supplier count, it is based on your like commodities also. So each time, even sometimes on a variation on price, if your some supplier has given 10,000 and second supplier has given 50,000 and third supplier has given 70,000, what you will do, how you will judge that? Because if you take an example of your mobile phones, you'll got a android mobile starting from 7,000, but apple, you'll never compare those material, but both are the mobiles, the features are
Yes,
different. So based on that, you'll never compare apple with your normal android mobile. So for that reason, you want that kind of features in other mobile, and then, so in such cases, how we are going to negotiate with, because I want apple also, I want some android mobiles also, but how we are going to negotiate that? For that reason, there is a strategy, because it is based on price and it is based on quality. So obviously apple has that quality, so that's why they are charging that kind of money. So
absolutely.
for that reason, you have to negotiate on that basis. You have that strategy for negotiate. At least definitely they will give you best price on iphone also. So
Absolutely. In my case, also,
hmm,
so our product is never L1. We
hmm,
come to L3 if there is a four. Will be the
correct.
least one.
Yes,
So
yes,
when it comes to auction, we are unable to participate and won that auction basis on the pricing. So there must be a
correct.
different strategy for a product which is premium, of course.
Definitely correct. Because see, it is depend lot of organization their technical bid also. So in that also they will understand what kind of material is that. If you take an example for gi pipe, there is jindal, there is a tata, there is different organization. So but pricing wise they are different. So if you are buying for materials, so in that case we have to use a different strategy. Again, your mrp levels, if you see, some materials have 1,000 rupees of mrp, but selling price is only 50 rupees, 90 950 rupees of discount. So
Yes,
how you
yes,
are going to create that auction? You will never negotiate. If you are someone is telling you 1,000 rupees price, how much you are negotiate manually? You'll ask them, give me in 800 or 700, or max to max 500 rupees. I don't think anyone negotiate below to 50%. But in
absolutely.
mrp level cases, some suppliers will give you the 98% of discount. So that
Yes, yes.
mrp price, that is a, there is a index auction for that. So we are going to learn that how to create that these things, what strategy and what which auctions type we have to use and when, as on when required. So we will discuss those strategy. You will understand we have multiple 48 kind of auctions types we have. So how to use that? And don't think that it's 48 and how I'll remember that. It is very
No,
interesting to learn these things, because it is
yes,
a strategy not to understand what is these things. Once you learn these things, once you understand the concept, no need to go and check all the 48 types. You just
yes, yes.
you just understand the concept.
Mhm. No, no, that's very important. That's very important for the auction part, basically.
Yes, yes. That is one part for auction. Then second part for your contracts management. We have different contracts types. So Akshay will help you in that contract. I'll help you into supplier, how to create these suppliers, how to use these suppliers for qualification, preferred supplier, disqualification, performance, and each and every aspect we are going to discuss here. How to these things, every each and every like what these things, what is status for this register qualification purpose, what means of these IDs, SMA vendor ID, ERP ID, AN ID, ACM ID, what is this means and when it will required. So these configuration, once you understand these things, you'll always but you are best in SLP then. your contacts, your ERP data, what data we are going to sync, how to collect this banking information, how to create these questions, how supplier will fill up this information about their banking information, what kind of mappings we are going to use here. So each and every things we are going to ERP perspective, Ariba perspective, middleware perspective, each and every aspect we are going to discuss. Your
We
certificates,
are
there
also
is a
going
lot.
to, sorry, yeah, we are
Yeah,
also
please.
going to discuss on the basically there are some companies in SLP, initially they required small information. When it comes to registration, they have a long list, wherein they have the corporate guidelines over there,
Correct.
their environment and all those things comes. So those are all the
Absolutely
part
correct.
of templates. Those
Yes.
are all the part of
Yes.
template which we are going to learn basically.
Yes. So that is called
How to
supplier
provide.
request actually. So the
Yes.
supplier request is always with the basic information, your vendor name, your address, your primary contact
Yes, yes,
details, your basic category. So that is just for the we are inviting you for the further registration. In registration,
yes.
further registration, what we information we are going to collect about your organizations, like your major commodities, your
Yes.
contact persons, your mail IDs, your taxation details, your key
Turnovers, all those things. Yes,
clients, then your compliances, then your banking information, because going ahead we are doing your payment also. For that reason, your taxation,
absolutely.
your certification, you have ISO certification, you have a lot of
Yes,
safety related certifications, everything we
yes.
are going to collect. So for that reason we use the supplier registration part. So from that
Yes.
supplier registration we will collect all the information about your organization.
Okay.
So supplier request, there is again two parts, self registration and buyer initiated. Supplier registration part, again there is a two part, like uh, if you know some so this is the external. This external means supplier will fill up this information, but
Fill up.
internal also.
Yes.
Why it is internal? Because any supplier, so whenever you are going to register your suppliers, you know what organization we have to use that suppliers, on which company code we have to register those suppliers. So for that reason we require additional internal information, and that is filled up by our buyer team. So your
Cost
account
center
group,
basically.
cost center, company code,
Yes.
account reconciliation account, payment method, payment terms, those information will fill up by your buyer. And how
But
we are going to configure these things in your our template, and what is different between internal registration and external
external
external and
registration.
internal. And this approval process, we are going to approve this process, and then the supplier will be registered. So each and everything we are going to discuss here.
Okay, that's it from my side. I think I have taken too much time.
No, no, no.
Let
Still,
other
you
ask
can
the
ask
question.
any
Thank
questions,
you,
like,
Sukhdev.
because you
Yes,
are the what questions you are asking. It is mean you are experienced person, and you have already worked and you understand what is the process. So it will better you are going to deep dive. I definitely I'll tell you, it is very like interactive session. If you are participating in this, I'll suggest you can enroll, and definitely you'll learn this sourcing SLP, and along with that integration. I'll again and again I'll telling you, these, like, CIG integration is the demand from market currently. If you
yes,
are
yes.
learning these things, the CIG is impact, and I'll tell you, I'll help you to configure mapping, I'll help you to configure this integration, and if like very from scratch on basic in basic language, like we are friends and we are discussing these things, nothing like I'm teaching you, like we are
No,
interacting these
absolutely,
things.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And there is one more thing is that which is very
Yeah.
important, which I see is very demand is fit and gap analysis.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's a one thing practically which is very important, because until unless you don't understand the buyer needs, you'll not be able to uh, process
Yes.
the project.
See,
That's a
we are not going to help you just for the Ariba perspective, just to understand this module. Let but think as a consultant, like functional consultant, how you are entering
Absolutely.
in one organization and how you are doing a consulting work. You are starting from your scratch. So there is a discussion with your client. So there
Yes.
is a as is process where your analyzing client system. So I'll at least tell you the what process we are following, what is the as is process, what is the to be process, what is the blueprint signing, and then your actual configuration, what methodology we are using, activate methodology currently we are using. Again, there is a
Yes.
lot of things. If you heard about Jira, and now they have some Snow. Again, your lot of things like agile process. So these
Agile
things
process. Right.
there is in market, but at least we'll discuss on activate methodology, what SAP is recommended. And
Yes.
I'll tell you what these things, how to create your plan for delivering these modules, what are the SAP standard things, what are those document for uploading the master data, how to fill up other things apart from Ariba. Like, not only you're a consultant, you have not only to configure the templates and all these things, but there is a lot of things apart from this, which we are doing some connect access, you are raising some issues, there is a SR request we have to raise, and we are downloading some latest document. So those connect access, how to use the Ariba discovery, where Ariba has already n number of suppliers registered, how you are going to benefit from Ariba discovery to collect the some new suppliers for your client on basis of commodity, on basis of region, or something services. So that we are going to help you to understand what is the that things and how you are going to benefit for your client.
Okay. So
So
in
basically, I'm a
catalog
consultant.
management.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So in catalog management, I think guided buying is also one part. Will be.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Guided buying, catalog management, and contract management. It will help you from Akshay only. He will going to take that part.
Okay. Okay.
He also has good experience, and basically we are already worked on many projects as a consultant like you. Started our journey from scratch only, so we know what the major issues or what key things you have to I have to deliver to you, because I have these things. I don't think anyone help you to understand all the things, and how to understand the new features, from where you are going to add those things, new features when Ariba has launching new something new features, how to enable those features. That things are even I'm going to tell you. And how to manage the master data, what are the things, what master data is you have to upload, like your company codes, ERP commodity codes, supplier location contact, your purchase group, purchase organization, commodity, each and everything. If you once you learn one master data uploading, you'll understand other also, because there is a Ariba has like framework in that way, where if you want to understand how to export, means how to download these things, and then how to import, how to prepare these files. I'll show you 2 3 files, and then you'll go to go and download these files, and you will start your own uploading for that master data. You just need to understand how to fill up those data, what key points you have to keep in mind to upload the master data. So once you understand these things, definitely you will learn this. These are admin access actually. Then
Yes.
integration, how our integration will be happening on nowadays it is called CIG, it is called managed gateway for spend and network. So how we are going to configure the middleware Ariba network. So these things, how to check the errors from ERP side, from middleware side, and then from Ariba side, how we are going to track those issues. So based on your transitions, what documents you are searching, like for error or something, then document type for PO, advance ship material, or you want something like whatever, based on dates you don't want, like I'll search from here. If you see, I'll remove this error. These documents, if you see, so this is completed, this is failed. So how to resolve this issue, why this XML envelope issue, and what is that is exactly issue for that. So it is showing that standard mapping not available or not configured by the buyer. So mapping is not available. So how to configure that? If you see here, it is given the support note, but how to read that, what exactly our issue. Now in this note you have 5 to 7 solutions, but which one is the best, how you are going to figure it out? Then we are going to help you in that area. How to reprocess the document, from how you'll understand it is ready for reprocess, and how to download the payloads, how to read it, what is the outbound transition, what is inbound transition, what is the web services, and what tools we are going to use, different for that reason. So even this integration projects, we are going to help you to create this integration projects. What is this add-on transport protocol, why this is add-on, what is this project's name, so what is this project Ariba sourcing, and this is procurement and network, what is this, how to create this integration projects, we are going to teach you.
Okay. So
This is the system.
is there any special integration team in this entire project, or do a functional consultant have to do the integration?
SAP will help you in that, because along with your functional consultant, SAP will provide you their one person as a support executive, we say. So
Okay.
whenever you have to configure something, or you have any doubts or any issue, you can, rather you will raise the SR, you will reach out to that person. If you want some documents, or you don't understand why this failing, so you can ask him to resolve this issue. Because in Ariba, each and every issue
Okay.
we will not resolve. Some parts will
Yes.
be resolved by Ariba only. So for that reason, we are
Ariba.
raising SR, service request. So they
Yes.
will
Yes.
help you while your entire till the your project will be go live. They will help you till that time. Hypercare support you have to support, but whatever the transitions you are going to configure, they will help you. They will support you in that area also. They will provide you the guides. They will provide you the architecture of, if you don't understand, you are missing something, so they will help you. So don't worry about
Okay.
that things like Riba will not help you. But yes, I'll each and every projects they will help you, but till the time of go live. If your project has been
Mhm.
delayed, then they will stop their service, and you have to pay for them, or you have to raise the SR then. So it depends how, that's why the project planning is required. We are going to discuss how to uh, use that standard timeline, and from where we will understand what the timeline for which project, and for sourcing SLP configuration, why, how activate methodology will work, how we are going to use, on which week which work we have to do. So that is just from my side, I'm just telling you, because it will definitely Ariba will help you in that, but your organization will ask you to prepare those kind of plans. But I'll help you
Mhm.
to prepare those plans also. We have the documents.
Okay.
And then as is process, as is nothing but your client, you are going to validate the client system. So what kind of questions you have to ask for each perspective, like for sourcing, what kind of questions you have to ask, in SLP, what kind of discussions you need to do with the client, the commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, each and everything you'll understand when we are going to discuss. I'll tell you how to
Sure.
do that as is process. And then to be, how you are going to, once you understand the client's requirement, once you understand the client system, then you are developing the Ariba system. On basis of that, you are collecting the master data, you are collecting some key questions or key factors from then, and then you are going to customize the templates on the discussion. And then your actual blueprint signing and your actual projects will be start. So
Uh,
yeah.
Radhesham, just to interrupt you here. Okay,
Mhm.
so would you please quickly, walk through them, the documents which we have practically. So, guys, I just want to tell you one more thing here. It's very important. Okay, in most of the trainings, like in the market, like a lot of trainings are there. I also can refer to you. Go and I urge you, every one of you, to go and attend many demos. Okay, so the quality which we are providing, because I'm not just bragging myself ourselves, like we are doing the best out of it, but the idea behind this particular training is like you should get everything. There will be a lot of gaps in the trainings. Okay, they will provide you the training that is basically the end user kind of training. Okay, end user kind of training, they are going to make you ready for the end user, so that's really not going to helpful for you when you are actually going into the market. Okay, you are not going to be the market ready. Okay, but our intention, our goal here is to make you market ready any kind of interviews you are going. So you see, like after the training, if somebody is asking what are the issues you have faced, which are the errors you have came across, and how you have sorted out those issues, then you'll be, it will be very difficult to answer those kind of questions. But with our training, because we are also practically showing a lot of documents like project documents, we are going to even not only show you and explain you, but also we are going to share with you the templates of those particular documents. So that is really going to give you a lot of value addition in terms of whether you are going to onboard on any project. You are not going to feel like, oh, this is something which I'm first time I'm seeing over here. Okay, or if you are attending any kind of interview, if the interviewer asking any kind of questions, so you'll not be thinking like, oh, this is the question which I never come across. You're not going to come across in a very awkward situation over there. So in short, I can say we are going to prepare you as per the project ready. I mean, like, you will be very confident enough whether you are going to onboard on any project or you are going to attend any sort of interviews. So you will be very confident enough to face both of these things. So that is our main intention over here. And Radhesham, I'm telling you, he is very patient person and he is going to deliver each and everything in a very detailed fashion. He'll go out of the box to show you the things, okay, which are there here in SAP Ariba. And he is a very expert person, not only in the project delivery purpose, but knowledge sharing is one of the very important factor here. Maybe one person will be having a lot of knowledge, but he's unable to deliver because he's not having the passion to do that. But in case of Radhesham, he is one of the best person to deliver everything in a much better way. Hope you can just see in this one. But going forward in the actual sessions, you'll be seeing lot of difference, and our sessions from the beginning till end are going to be in the same enthusiastic way. And we always encourage everyone to do the assignments properly, do the practice hands-on things, because we'll be giving you the dedicated server which will be helping you out to do the practice from your end. Okay, if you are having any queries, guys, please come up and ask any sort of queries. Okay, we are having the open mic. You just unmute yourself, come up and ask the questions. We are here to answer it. Yeah, thank you, Radheshan. Please go ahead.
Yes, yeah. Guys, you can ask in Hindi, Marathi, and if you want, if you are feeling uncomfortable, you can ask in any language. Like I'll understand Hindi, Marathi, and English. You can ask in that language. No worry, we'll discuss that. If
Yeah.
anyone has issue, we'll convert them. Sometimes we
Yes,
will
yes, yes. Little hesitant.
feel uncomfortable. Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry about that.
Hi.
Yeah, please, guys. How many
I'm
questions
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
you're asking? Yes, Abir.
Yeah, this is Sabir, and
Yeah.
actually, I'm from my background with ERP Next. Actually, I don't have
Okay.
any background of SAP
Mhm,
and MM module. Just I'm
mhm,
directly I want to change my domain from this ERP Next to Ariba.
mhm.
So it will
Okay.
be helpful to me to jump directly to Ariba without MM module.
There is a
Definitely.
myth. Yeah, sorry. Radheshan,
Yes,
you
sir.
can continue.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
See, like here you don't want to think about the any technical module like for or basis or a BAP anything. Think as a functional consultant. You are entering as a functional consultant. Functional consultant is a middleware between your end user and your technical team. So what is the requirement from buyer team and what is customization team are doing? So we are helping both of them. So you just need to understand the concept of integration. You just need to understand the concept of buyer point of view. So we are helping you in both way. So whenever you are discussing something with the technical team, you are already from technical background. So what ERP requirements, how to mold that, you don't require the knowledge also, because that is a altogether the teamwork. Like basis team has some activity, some ABAP teams do needs to be do some activity. Is a plus point if you have knowledge about that things, because you are not dependent on other person. Because see, I'm not a person. If I'm not a person, so what I have to do, I have some tables, I have to download some master data. So what, that is dependency on someone. So that's thing. But in your case, that is just for the one time activity. Once you understand how to download the master data from ERP and what things I have to configure, that basic things once you understand na, no need to go in deep and dive for things also. It is better
Yeah,
you can understand whatever you have learned from your earlier organization or your experience, whatever your experience, you can carry forward that. I always recommend that people or the persons who already like, they will feel I am from I'm from this background, I am from that background. Anyone can enter in Ariba. Just need to focus on the concept of Ariba, and you can just learn about the basic of procurement. See, each and every like anything like you are going to learn something different module, you can just go and deep dive for the basic of that particular module. So we will help you to learn the next level. You can try to bring some knowledge from your side, like for what are the basic of procurement or the PO, PR and everything, and that you once you understand, I think you will learn integration module better than other person, because you are a technical person. You will understand what things we are going to discuss in the technical side.
So example, just
yeah, great. So
like example now.
to add,
Hello.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah,
yeah, sorry,
like
sorry.
example just
Yeah,
now,
please go ahead.
like in SLP, now supplier self registration is there, right? So we will
yes,
prepare all key questionnaires to register
yes,
the supplier, right?
yes,
And
yes.
once we prepare this key questionnaires, and the supplier is going to fill all the data by
Hmm,
himself. So
hmm.
how we can make him as analysis, so this supplier is very suitable to us, and are we giving this type of question, is this is the points, and this type of question, this is the points, to get the analysis.
So for that reason, we have preferred supplier status, because
Okay.
if you have key suppliers like this Lotus PG, if you see, and this is for this category counter tube, he is preferred for me. And region, I am using this supplier for Asia specific, specifically India, and business unit all across all business unit. So these are the key factors where your preferred suppliers we will decide on this basis. If you want to additionally you want something, so you can add in that questionnaire like for preferred suppliers for qualification also purpose, that we are doing to these things. So organization will help you to on what basis they want to do the preferred suppliers or qualifications. So your client will help you, these are the KPIs which I want to use for my supplier qualification, and these are my preferred status, you can just configure for me. So you have to decide how it will possible then in templates level or something like there is a restrictions for any data or something like, you just want to understand these things. But platform is available for you because Ariba has providing you that kind of solution. If you see here, like preferred suppliers qualification, not only the supplier registration, I already told you there is two types. One is the self registration, and another is buyer initiated, means supply internal registration supplier we can say, and then registration, then
And
qualification and qualification.
because
Sorry.
once we get the requirement, our requirement to get the product from the market, so now
Yes.
we have requested for a RFQ, and
Hmm,
then we got like 10 15 RFQ from the different suppliers.
hmm. Yes.
So
Yes.
how we can analysis this, because there is a which type of and we are going to look out that like there's a difference in the price, the delivery time is there, the pricing is there, and the supplier legalization is there, and environmental is there, different management also is there from the different suppliers. So how and on which method we are going to analysis this RFQs, on which base we are going to analysis.
Correct. Since see in Ariba RFP we have technical bid. It is called technical bid, and second is a commercial bid actually. So always there is a technical bid where your all the questions for technical perspective and other things for your delivery terms, your delivery method, and your payment things, and that have been mentioned, and along with the quality of material or specified material details. So that will be considered under your technical bid. So commercial bid, technical bid, we are going to discuss. So each and every points already there. So template will provide you the solution where you can configure those questions, whatever questions you feel this is required for my client and I want to ask in RFP. So if you want to ask that questions like what is the delivery date for this particular material, so you can put the questions, supplier will answer that within 15 days, 10 days, or within week, whatever. So you'll get the notification of that, so these suppliers will be delivering this material within the 7 days. If you want
Just,
to
I'm
do the
asking.
order on that basis. Yes, please.
Yeah, after we getting that all information, now we have in RFQ we make this all terms, delivery and everything. So after
Hmm.
getting this all information, so how we, on which base we will analysis this RFQs on these suppliers. We have been getting the different suppliers.
Hmm.
So this is suppose the pricing is little bit is different, but the delivery terms a little bit is different than the pricing. And this and the supplier in our strategy plan, the supplier have an in while we are he's registered, is in our top level, but in the
Hmm.
pricing is very high. So the on which method? That's something they are the method to analysis that RFQs. So
See, each here we have some examples. Basically, whenever we are going to compare the suppliers, some on based on some criteria, and on that basis we found that our key suppliers, so we can say legacy supplier or our incumbent supplier has been far away from what currently market is, he is giving the higher side price. So but many times we are getting the material on time from these suppliers and we don't want to use new supplier for this particular category or some material. So that time what strategy we have to use to bring down that supplier at whatever price we got from market. So in that situation we have different kind of auction strategy. So it is called participant specific value. So based on that value we are going to negotiate. So that strategy we are going to discuss. So whatever questions you ask, so there is some strategy, so it is based on your criteria, analysis, and your pricing, your suppliers, incumbent suppliers versus new suppliers, pricing variation, it is based on your commodity, it is based on your location. Because if your material is same, if someone is delivering from the Delhi and it is someone is delivering from Pune, so that transportation cost is increasing and some insurance part. So you have to decide the competitive terms and non-competitive terms also, because delivery terms is also important. Because if you are someone is giving you 10,000 rupees but he delivering after 1 month, and someone is delivering someone is asking 15,000 but he delivering in 7 days. So it is always to better organization what things, I want that material within 7 days but he's asking me if that amount is high, but the amount is lower but he's delivering after 1 month. So that is a non-competitive bid actually. But in that case how we are going to bring down that suppliers? If the supplier is monopoly situation, in that case we can say monopoly, but still we can do the participant specific auction, we can try to negotiate that supplier. If still on that basis, because we are showing the rank, if they submit the first bid, the incumbent supplier has been he is asking for 15,000 and the new supplier it is giving the 10,000. So once that your legacy supplier is saying that his rank is 2 and he's losing that business, if he s- reduce his price to bring down to the L1 and he given the base price, so it you have to, at least you have to try the strategies, what different strategies has been given. But make sure in this situation it is always best to use participant specific value. Because even same situation I have faced in many clients, and many suppliers are doing in the same way. Their legacy supplier or incumbent supplier is it is always on higher side, and he will not able to reduce the price. So that time we will doing this strategy, and we are giving them participant specific, they will negotiate. Once they check their rank, they will reduce their pricing. So it will help, at least I can say it will help. But sometimes suppliers also rigid, they will never change their pricing. Once they submit the pricing, they will disconnect and they will tell you that is my best price. If you want to give me the order, they give me, or otherwise I don't want. So
Yes.
in that case you cannot do anything because that is a rigid supplier. But
Yes,
you
in
also
case this
many
one, we
organizations.
can we get analytical reports from the Ariba or from
Yes,
this
yes,
after
pre-packaged
comparison reports
reports.
also be there.
Yes, yes, yes. Each and every event specific, like in each and every event, you will take the reporting, and also you have pre-packaged reports. You will create your public reports also, and then based on this reporting purpose, if you see, we have lot many things: approval reports, budget reports, spend, even financial, buyer contracts analysis. We have sourcing related, slp related, uh, each and every module we have reporting. We can create our own reports also. We can customize our reports to how to customize it. That goes, we have event summary, we have participant spend reports, we have participant summary, like on basis of owner, or commodity basis, or event basis, or plan basis. You can customize your templates using this pre-packaged reports.
And one more thing, in item catalog, can we allow our marketplace clients like Amazon and Flipkart? So they have the marketplace business, right? So can you allow the suppliers to add directly their items to our system and
I think for Ariba is allowing eBay for that case. I don't know for
self?
Flipkart and Amazon. For eBay, yes, Ariba has been that customization they will, so they were allowing for eBay. But for Flipkart and Amazon, I don't heard about.
No, no. Is there any facility so we can add directly? We can allow the supplier to add their item list all with mentioned categories and everything, like different dimensions
No,
and everything.
Radhesham, I think we don't have such facility directly from any third party ERP,
Third
third party.
party.
No, no, there is no such thing is available unless and until you need to get approval from SAP directly. Then only they are going to allow any of the e-commerce solutioning. Okay. I
Huh.
think there is some distance from your end, Sabir. So you see, like, if you are asking about that one, then there is what is the use of Ariba network then? Okay, Ariba is having its own SAP Ariba network. They will ask any supplier to get into onboard into SAP Ariba network, which is having more than 6 million plus suppliers already on board. So if any of the, let's say for example, tomorrow, if that facility is there, if tomorrow also I am going to develop my own e-commerce solution and I want my suppliers to get onboarded on this one, that is going to be very difficult. They have a specific standard process. eBay is already there. eBay is there, but not any other things. Yeah, they don't allow it
eBay
unless
is
until they
even
are
there is for a very less category actually, not
less
for all
category.
the
They have the
things.
restrictions for that
I
one.
think
Yes,
eight
you are right.
only category the eBay has, they have configured. Even nowadays, I don't see that eBay is also there. But earlier I heard, and even
eBay is
one of my
losing its
client is
market
using.
share
Uh,
actually. eBay is losing a lot of market share, so they don't have the trust and those factors. But initially, when it was incepted, like back in 2015 or 2013, they have the standard integration. But now SAP Ariba network itself is a very strong one, so they don't
yes,
allow any
yes, yes, correct.
to do this. So there is no point over there. Yeah. So
Okay.
guys, anybody
Thank
else?
you.
I think Meneka. Thank you, Saber. Yeah, Meneka, you are asking something,
Yeah,
please.
I thank you. I had a question. I just had a small training on SAP MM, and I don't have any work experience on SAP or anything. I'm just trying to
Hmm.
get into the field,
Yes,
and
yes, yes. So
everyone said,
Meneka, how
yeah.
many
So
years of experience you are having? Like, you see, for this question is also been asked before by Sabir. So most of the people are having some sort of myth, like we need to very get a good understanding of SAP MM, then only we can be eligible to learn Ariba. Indeed, the thing is very reverse. If somebody is very pro in SAP MM, the processes of procurement in MM is different than little different than SAP Ariba, so they'll get a lot of confusion. So if somebody is freshly learning Ariba, they learn much in a much better way. So people who are already professionals, they keep on comparing. They say, "Oh, this thing is not there. Ariba is like very
Okay.
limited kind of thing." Yeah.
And
So
so,
for the
sorry.
fresher, it's going to be very helpful for you. Yeah, yeah, Menika.
Okay, and my next question was, so in when we were doing SAP training, we had FICO, SD, and all those separate sections. So when you're teaching Ariba, are there any sections, or is it just the main thing that we are learning everything?
In Ariba, we have three major do have three major
Yeah.
parts. Okay, we call it as like upstream, downstream, and integration. Okay, there might be certain projects which are only coming for upstream. There are certain projects which are coming, they are requiring for downstream expertise. So something like this. But in our training, we are going to train entire Ariba. Okay, we are not leaving any stones left over here. Okay. So
Mhm.
Ariba is not such thing. Ariba is not a part of ERP. One thing I want to tell you is like Ariba is not a part of ERP. You're talking about FICO, SD, and all those things. Those are the part of an ERP solution. Okay, so
Mhm.
Ariba is a tool which is not part of an ERP. For that reason only, we are having a CIG as a tool which is connecting back to our ERP. Either is going to be or MDG or any other, Ariba modules which are more related towards the procurement or supplier onboarding. We are going to integrate those things. So Ariba is a standalone non-ERP solution. Yeah, for
Okay.
specifically for procurement.
And I'm doing another training. It's actually a project based training with another coach, and they're doing SAP S4 HANA. And will this interfere with that, or should I take this one after that, or can I take both together?
No, S4 HANA is a generic term. Okay, S4 HANA is a database. Okay, we are calling
Yeah.
S4 HANA is like simplified for HANA. So
Hmm.
that may S4 HANA is a platform where we do have SD, everything.
Yeah.
So which module you are taking? Which
Uh,
S4 HANA module are you taking?
so
S4 HANA?
I'm doing and in that team we have FICO, SD, and all the other team members. So we are doing a simulation of an actual project from
Okay,
end
so
to
your
end.
main focus is on You are saying your main
Yeah,
focus is on
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, is going to help you out a lot here. Yeah, is going to help you out a lot parallelly, or you can finish it out SAP Ariba training, and you need to decide it which one you want to be a more focused into. There are roles in side, there are roles in SAP Ariba. Okay, Ariba is always going to be on the upper hand.
Okay. Okay. Then since this program is starting next week, I wanted to know whether I should join that because I already started the other one earlier. I'm in the middle of that.
I'll ensure that you'll definitely, once you join this Ariba,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you will feel that you learn that is add on for your career, because
Okay.
majorly your work is on Ariba functional point of view. So when you require to download the master data or any fields, as I already, someone has asked that
Yeah.
same questions,
Yeah.
like
I
it is
got.
add on to knowledge, because is something different. It is based on your ERP side. Ariba
Yeah.
is your functional side. Ariba has a lot of things with your
Okay.
directly interacting with the client. You're interacting with client. You're interacting with suppliers. It is based on your strategy. It is based on your issues. It is based on technical terms. It is based on your requirements. So has
Mm-hmm.
restricted points. So you have only that some points you want to build up some PO forms. So you are gathering the information from your client and you're customizing this. But in Ariba, you have bigger picture on that. So you are not only doing the PO forms, but along with that PO forms other transitions also. PO, after that what we have to do, after that client's issue, then you have some configurations on supplier side, some master data you have to configure. So you can see there is a lot of things you will see in you haven't learned, but here in Ariba you will get the benefits. And later on I'll tell you, you'll I don't think you are going to use the things. You'll never discuss that I have knowledge about You'll always say that I have knowledge about the Ariba, and is my top on that cherry. That's you're just using as a cherry. I have knowledge about also, but your core
Okay.
knowledge always will be Ariba.
Okay. So Ariba, I'm confused. Is this SAP Ariba or this is different?
No, no, SAP Ariba only. It is a
Okay, thank you.
product of SAP only.
Yeah.
It is a
There
product
is
of
one Ariba.
SAP.
Yeah,
There
there is
is a
one Ariba
different
only.
ERP. Yes, it is
Okay.
used for procurement purpose, and
Mm-hmm.
as your MM also, it is for procurement. It is all together. It is for supply chain collaboration only. Each and everything will be under the supply chain. So you have different modules, and then majorly MM has different role. You will create a PO. You will creating PO forms, master data management, ERP side. But Ariba side, you'll see not only the PO things, but before PO, what things there is. So like sourcing. So what things we are going to do in sourcing? How PR will be generated? How we are floating that inquiry along with the suppliers? How supplier will responding? How buyer will doing the comparison? How they are negotiation with that supplier? How the price will be finalized? How our contract document will be signed? How the material will be a PO will be generated? Then how our material will be received? So all these things, not only side, but
Okay.
if you see you're working as a FICO consultant also, because you are going to create a invoicing, you are processing that invoice, you are doing payment also, you are working as a FI consultant also, you are if you have some if you feel comfortable to create integration projects, so like you are feeling like ABAP consultant. If you are working, you are downloading some master data, you are feeling like consultant. Only basis thing SAP basis is like you are not going to touch to download connector. I'll tell you later, that is actually very
Mm-hmm.
technical things. But thing is that I can say basic all the basis things you will going to learn, like things, ABAP things, even for FI things. So you later on you will decide, these things I have learned in my that project, and this is helping me here,
Okay,
because you
thank you.
already, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Suchita, yeah, thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, Rajesham. Yeah, thanks for
Hi, Suchita.
giving the hi. Yeah, I wanted to know some of the details more. Like as you told, there is a upstream, downstream. There is multiple of modules. Okay, buying hub, commerce automation, sourcing. Now,
Correct.
basically, I have 2 years of experience in the procurement, like PR edits on the based on Ariba tool only. It
Okay.
is a little bit, I think 0.05% of that's it. Now I wanted to switch to a consultant for the Ariba. Okay.
Correct.
Now I am looking for one module to concentrate rather than going for upstream, downstream and messing up everything. I want
Mhm.
to master it in for one module. Will that be
Correct.
possible in this training? Can I attend only one module? Is that accessible for me, or should I mandatory attend all the modules?
No, you
But
see,
here we are
Suchita, I
going to
just want to answer you. Yeah,
Iraj,
sorry,
I'll
Radhesham.
explain.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
please go ahead. Please.
See, here we are going to teach you all the module. Like it is
Mm-hmm.
like you can learn any one or all the modules. The things is like you are losing the interest of other things. First, you can
Mm-hmm.
decide. You can go with all the modules. You can decide
Mm-hmm.
which module you want to focus, because Ariba have upstream and downstream module. So
Mm-hmm.
if you feel comfortable in sourcing, if you comfortable in SLP, you can comfortable in commerce automation or supply chain, later on you can decide, because we have
Okay.
you have recordings, but you can learn these things first, and then you decide I can easily grab this knowledge on sourcing or SLP. I can do more and more testing on this area. I'll do my preparation on this module. I'm comfortable in that. Later on you can decide. Initially you will learn all these things. That is my suggestion. See, might you think I just comfortable with sourcing, and later on you can feel that you are based in commerce automation, and that is a technical commercial, you are understanding the concept of commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, and there is a like market is currently is in boom for that
Mm-hmm.
things, like.
Yes.
So you'll later on decide. Don't hurry about to which module I can go and learn. How, on which module you have currently worked? You're telling that you have
Yeah,
using
it's
Ariba.
I basically have a little bit experience on contract and like a PR edits. It was just an edits, nothing more.
Correct. So you haven't worked on sourcing, you haven't worked on SLP, hmm?
Hmm. Yeah.
Then you haven't worked on commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, P2P. Correct?
Yes, yes.
your knowledge about the contracts, and that is
Hmm.
actually one module. Like I think you are supporting some issues or some download or
Yes.
something documents and some approval flows or something, you are doing that.
Yes, yes.
But
Yeah.
once you understand the whole process of Ariba, upstream and downstream,
Hmm.
and you
Hmm.
already knowledge about the contracts, so I'll definitely tell you, you can focus on sourcing and SLP, because these three
Hmm.
are upstream module. Once you learn these three things and the common things, you'll think, I have already know these things, approval process, I know these templates looks like this, I know this scenario. So you'll feel in that way, but you can think in that way, you are learning two more module. You are
Okay.
already stick on one module, you are learning three, then your portfolio will be strong. You can say I have knowledge about the three module: upstream, contract, SLP, and sourcing. Then you can switch to the commerce automation, and then you decide uh, which module you want to focus. I think that is very beneficial for you, because you already know the Ariba things, like some templates you are seeing, you are seeing the approval process, you are know the teams, master data, few of things. You can learn in more areas, like you can explore Ariba other modules like sourcing, SLP, commerce automation, supply chain, P2P, downstream also. You can at least, because from contract it will creating later on PO, and then it will be P2P process will start. So how they are switching, how partition suppliers will be creating, how SLP suppliers will be there, how network things are there. You can just learn, and you can mention directly, I have knowledge about all this process, and I have worked on one integration project. And whatever documents I'm sharing with you, I'm
Yeah.
definitely telling you, on that 2 years of experience, they will definitely are going to ask you that question, how you know about all these module, and where you have worked on this integrated module. So you can just give them the examples, this I have, this scenario I have faced, I have this issue I have faced. Because I am telling you what experience I have,
Hmm.
I am going to share with you the documents which I am sharing with you. Just focus on that. See, I have like configuration documents, I have documents for all the integrations. I'll show you one document here.
Okay.
I don't think anyone will be show you all kind of document. These projects, on these projects I have delivered supply chain collaboration project with a zero error, and the client is very happy. We gone live, and they currently using this project, and this document I have followed for integration. So this is latest one. So all these documents I'm going to share with you, don't worry about that. Each and every what customization default transitions you have, the Excel sheet is here, how to configure these things I'm going to share you. Because see, uh, we never share the document details of any client. These are standard
Hmm.
documents, and we are going to tell you on this document only, because these integration documents, no one will share you the system directly. But we
Hmm.
documents what for we have followed, and what steps we have followed, we have the screenshots for that. And all
Okay.
other things like sourcing, SLP, commerce contracts, and P2P, we are going to demonstrate on this platform. But for integration documents, we have that screenshot, we have the steps. If you see what steps we have to follow for one integration projects, each and everything we have here. So what configuration we have to do in Ariba network, what we have to do in cloud CIG, what we have to do in backend system, from where the project will start and how it will be complete, and when it is ready to deploy. So all these things we have with us. We will explain you. It is in a very simple manner. You once you understand these things, I don't think you need to worry about that you haven't worked on any integration projects. This will the case. This is the document which help you to understand these things. And what questionnaire you are going to ask to your client, as ask you in I told you in earlier, like as is process, what is the ERP, what is S4 HANA, what is last year PO count, what is the indirect PO, which PO they are going to use. So all these questions, basic questions, PR, PO, uh, key suppliers, all these things, basic questions we have written for you, just for understand how the as is process will start, network rules, cross reference parameters, attachment allowation, documents, commerce automation, what rules we are going to configure, what is the these things. If you see what configuration we have to do for settings for enable the CIG, what things in SAP, what things in Ariba, what things in CIG, and what transition purchase order, what things we have to configure in Ariba, what things we have to go in CIG, then what steps we have to follow for SAP. So what, these are the key points. Once if you are preparing for an interview, then you can just
Mm-hmm.
follow this Excel sheet. You can just keep in reminder this Excel sheet, and you can just give the examples to them. Based on that, they will ask you the issues. I'll tell you, for purchase order what issue you will face, for order confirmation what issue you will face, for good receipt what issue you will face. You can just note it down and just tell them that I have worked on integration project, nothing but conversion, how it will be happening and where it is happening, CIG documents, what is IDOC, what is proxy,
Okay.
then what is the
And
standard POT. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, you can continue.
yeah, you can ask, no worry, you can ask.
Yeah, I have spoken to your organization, some other person also. They told me that they will be providing the test access in the sense of server for the
Yeah.
practice. Will that be a server of standalone or integrated server?
It is a integrated system, but actually the I don't think that is backend is working currently. So I can suggest you it is a non-integrated, or you can use as a standalone only, because this is a demo
Mhm.
server. Lot of people are using this server. Other things, that's why that is disabled, because this ERP we have that integrated actually. If you want to see, I'll show you the configuration, but I think that is disabled due to some X reason, because lot many people are using currently this system. So that's why this is disabled, and we never encourage to use the demo system for integrated scenario. If you see, we have that external system configuration. If you see here, these
Oh,
are the servers which currently configured with this system, but it is disabled currently due to some reason. Actually, last I think last to last batch, it is disabled.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah, because what
But
happened, you know about, right, Radhesham, like there were like a lot of
yeah,
people will be, you know, even though we are restricting a lot of, you know, transactions not to do, but people keep on doing the things, and this has been used by many other participants. But don't worry, this thing is not going to affect in any ways understanding the integration prospect. Okay, yeah, it's perfectly, you can, you
for
know, after this one, you able to be very nicely do the integration processes. It's
for that
nothing
reason,
going
we
to.
have some ready demo sessions actually recorded how to these things, ERP sites also, and documents with the all the screenshots. We see uh, this is the common configurations for all other clients. So if you go and check, if you have system S4 of your client or your organization, you can just type the T code what mentioned here and run the program, and you can just check whatever the screenshot here, the same screenshot, same screen you are going to see. Each and every screenshot, not only I'm talking about the few. If you go down to the all the transitions and all the scenario, you will find the screens. If anything is missing, you can just tell me, I will put that screenshot here. If you think this is not the case which you are sharing and I don't see the screen, I'll show you each and every screenshots we have, each and every screenshot we have. So don't worry about that, because see, yeah, integrated system, it is always with your client, and this is non-integrated for but testing purpose, like for sourcing SLP and these things. The transition is same. Your CIG middleware we are going to explain you, so you can practice on sourcing, creating the project, and SLP supply registration part. You can go and check. Alternative also, we are showing you how to register this suppliers, how this supplier is registered, and why these suppliers are just approved. So we're going to tell you how to register these suppliers, how to Excel import and other things. There is alternative ERP synchronization, how it will be. So all these settings we are going to tell you. Just the data is not flowing from ERP to your Ariba. That is restricted due to some reason, because we last time faced many issues. We stuck in that case, because that system is not up few days, and then we decided to just disconnect the whatever ERP we have synchronized. Just whatever we are showing here, that is non-integrated, but the system configuration is there. Screenshots and all these things we have, Ariba configurations we have. These things will be we use for our configurations also. So don't worry, this is not a like a case where we are just copying or sharing something. This is the actual screenshot of systems. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone
So in
have
short,
this
I
kind
can
of
say like in short, I can say is like everything you can do it. You can configure the templates, template wise, contract wise, approval process, everything you can do it,
everything is
except
here. Then
the data flow from the ERP to Ariba or Ariba to ERP. That only the part. I think only 5% of the things you cannot do in the system. Rest of the things, everything you can do it. Okay, and to support that 5% also, we have the screenshots how to do it. So it means like there is nothing we are going to left over here. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Radheshan. Yeah, please.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
there
So
is one more.
Ariba,
yeah,
Like
Ariba
I
is
This is
can integrate with
similar to
different ERPs, right?
see what ERP
Sorry.
is supported and what configuration is required, and non ERP, non SAP ERP. What are those ERP we are going to discuss? But it is in our sessions, because that is we will show you which ERP it will support it, and how non ERP integrated integration will be now non SAP integration will be happening, and how SAP integration will be happening. What are those middleware, different middleware, not only CIG but other middleware also be there, and how the customer is using that. So we'll discuss those details. Even what hardware requirements, what is the software requirement, what's SP version, service pack version, what your backend system requires, how your network configuration is required, because firewall is there in each and in every organization. What firewall settings
Yeah,
you have to do?
from
Yeah.
Ariba we can get those APIs from for the integration with other ERPs.
See, API is like that is actually if you are using a different tool, and that is standard one, and if you want to
Yeah,
integrate it with the SAP, then you have to reach to Ariba, because each and every ERP they don't have API, but for few like standard configurations they have API. But you have to ask them what for which transition or for which data you want that API, so they will provide you the API details. You don't get the API details easily from any document or any from any consultant. It is actually SAP will provide you that API, because they will customize it for you on basis of your requirement, and that will be the with you only, because that API will not work for me also. If that is a standard one, it will work, but if it is a customized one, then it is used only for your organization. So it is case to case
yeah.
basis, I can say.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
so Radheshan, so
But
you related
one
with
thing I'll
the
ensure you,
SR.
I'll show you what this ICM configuration for APIs and all these things. I'll show you the screen and how it will be looks like, or how it look and feel, and how to enable those features. Definitely, I'll show you because we have that access to show the ACM. That the screen I will show you, but I don't think we have the transitions. But alternative again, there is one more alternative we have, that I'll show you for APIs and all these things. Okay,
Vil-
that I'll
Vilas.
ensure you because in last
Okay,
sessions
thank you.
also we have shown to clients. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
So Radheshan, this is similar to SRM, or this is upgrade version of SRM,
it is
or
upgraded version SRM. Like
of SRM.
in
Okay.
SRM we are using PIPO configuration. Now the SAP has changed. They have developed ECC, then developed the S4. Now Ariba has also developed their own features like commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, and yes, definitely PIPO has been gone now, and nowadays it is a CIG.
Yeah, you're right.
one more question. Sorry for taking much
No,
time.
no, no worry. You can
Like,
ask.
okay, as you told, like I need to go through all the modules. Okay, okay, fine. I will go through all the modules. Then, if I want to concentrate on one module, another the thing that buying and BI in the downstream,
Okay.
should I go for the higher level training, or this whatever the training you are providing that is sufficient and concentrate on that only and proceed further for the interview?
that is sufficient. We are providing you the recordings for that, whatever transitions we are going to show here, so that will be
Mm-hmm.
recorded, and that recording remains with you. And still, if
Mm-hmm.
you after that recordings you didn't find that solution, you are getting some issues, or you want to interact with us, you can reach out to Iraj and Sana, and we will help you to understand what your issue or anything. Don't think that is this sessions will complete and then our relation will be and it is will be ended. Nothing like that. Any point of time, if you have any issues, you can discuss with us, we'll help you. If you have any kind of suggestion required for your client side, or you want some additional knowledge what features has been Ariba has introduced and you don't understand, we'll help you to understand those things. So don't worry
Yeah,
about that
Radesh,
things. So
Radhesham, to
yeah.
add your words here, that's very correct. So to add to you, sorry, this question has been asked by Suchita, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Suchita, you see, like after this training, during the training, after 50% or 70% of the training, sorry, after 70% of the training, basically we are creating a group among all the participants. I will be the admin of that particular group. So you can ping me any sort of queries or any questions, anything you can interact among yourself. Or also, if there are any openings are coming up, we are going to post in those groups as well. So it's going to be a longer term relation. And later on, if you are onboarded on any project, if you are having any reasonable understanding to get to know what exactly need to be done, still you can be. We have the groups like which we made it in back in 2016. Still they are very active, so they'll be asking, posting a lot of questions. So as Radhasham said very correctly, so we are not going to end up the relation only after the training. So it's going to be a longer period, longer relation here. So going forward, so we are creating the community of all the Ariba consultants over here. So we are very committed to deliver the things not only during the training, post training also there will be a proper support going to be. And Radhesham has suggested you in a very excellent way. You see, like if you are learning all the things, you are
Mm-hmm.
increasing the horizon of your opportunities over there. If you are very confined to only downstream or upstream, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
sourcing part, contracts, your horizon is going to be very limited. You are confining yourself, so that's not going to fetch you more openings for you. So if you're, at least like, oh, this particular interview is there in, for example, guided buying. Okay, they are asking with job description, like guided buying, so you just grasp everything and go and give the interview. There are high chances you can get selected. And the training which we are providing, because is not, I'm not saying it in a very proudish way, but very down to earth, I'm saying the training which we are providing, nobody in the market will provide you in such a detailed fashion. Okay, that is for
Yeah,
sure.
I agree for this because I
Yeah.
have already
If
gone through
anybody is
certain.
providing, another challenge I can give you here is like, if anybody is providing the way we are providing the detailed level of training with complete documentation, sharing, and everything, I will sponsor your training free of cost. Okay. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I have already seen in the market. I have gone through multiple demos, multiple institute. Even I have learned this whatever the basic things I have already invested and learned. Okay, this is the second time coming here because there it was only the basic thing. That's what I want to know. I don't want to get again into a basic thing. I want to be get into an expert such that tomorrow if I going I'm going now, no one is going to hire me as a fresher in the consultant field. Okay, if I put 1 years of experience in the consultant as a support project, I should be able to handle the project when I get into the company. That's where I am looking for. That's what I am asking. It will be only of basics or it will be in a expert manner. Hello.
Sure. See, I already told you that decision, once you have knowledge about and you'll enter in these sessions, you'll find out the difference what you learn. And definitely that will help you for all the interviews or all the configurations you are going to you are going to do. And your client interaction will be more confident because you know the module. Because see, in every organization they will later on they'll ask you to do the cross reference, cross training, then upgrade your knowledge in these areas, upstream and downstream. If you are working on downstream, they will ask you go for upstream
Hmm.
also. So at
Yeah.
least you can ready for those kind of challenges. And then you can decide, might you'll get the opportunity to work on longer projects like for 2 3 years for one project for sourcing SLP contracts P2P, and you are the lead for that project. So it is better you are leading that project. It means that that opportunity you will never get, because every consultant they will work on any projects for 1 year or max to max 1.5 years maximum,
Hmm.
if they are delivering
Hmm.
any integrated module, or might be 6 months only, because projects length is that then. But in support they are working long time, but your integrated integrations that projects will be more than 6 months or 1 year. Sometimes there is a 2 3 module continuously we are integrating, so it will like 1 year max, maximum 1.5 years if there is a multiple modules, then only. So in that case you can be ready, and I can suggest you can learn these things. You can keep the recordings whenever you feel I just want to go and test something on sourcing on SLP. You can open the recordings, you do the testing whenever you got the times. And going ahead, this sessions whatever we are going to conduct na, each and every sessions we'll record, we'll share the documents along with that. And you can there is one group Iraj will create, and they will
Hmm.
share those recordings along with the documents, whatever documents I shown you. I have for each module, not only the standard configuration documents. I have lot many things in this documentation. So even you don't understand what these things right now, but if you see all the RFI RFP processes I have recorded, then Ariba sourcing project plan, what is the project plan configurations things, what configurations we have to, what is the template sourcing templates data analysis and these things. Then your data collection documents, standard data collection documents, what is the workbook enablement, data collection templates, what is the header field, what is the design matrix, what is the data collection from client side. So
Hmm.
each and every documents where what is the rules, or what are the user roles, what are the UN types, and what are the groups and permission for all the SLP, commerce automation, supply chain, downstream groups, what are those rules, what are their accesses. I don't think anyone will share you in the this
Yeah,
kind of details.
in the previous training also, I didn't find this type of documents. I appreciate this institute really
I'm sure
showcasing
because
this thing
each and everything
and
we are going to.
providing the data also.
Yes, user roles also, access also, groups also, how to create the groups, what are the pre-configured groups, what we custom groups, how to differentiate that things. We are going to show you some demo, like if this is for those who are very basic, like first time they are doing something and they want to check the recordings of standard things. Then I'll share this recording. This is very old actually, but still they might useful for them. Test script,
Mm-hmm.
this is the when you are going for live the projects, and then you are going to capture your screens, what configuration you did your client required it. For that reason they want that test scripts. So how to create these test scripts, I'll show you the templates for that. User manual, this is depend on your client. Case studies, auction types, best practices, what is these things. So we have the standard document where you can find out these things. So how the formulation for total cost, and all the auctions types, reverse auction, what are the strategies for that. These documents, this is the standard document, but I have different documents which I shared always to my all the team members. And this will help you to understand for SLP, same kind of documents I have.
Okay.
For each and every module I have these things, like don't worry about these things. Templates also I have, supply registration, qualification, performance. I'll help you to basic configuration, what are the how to like complex answer types, how they are using Ariba using that. I have some uh, pre-recorded recordings I have. User manuals also, user manuals I will not share because this is plan specific, but just to understand how to create these test scripts and all this, I will explain you. CIG also,
Thank
supply chain configuration also have.
you. Mhm. Will the CIG be taught here or how?
Yes, yes. CIG we
Okay.
are going to tell you in a very proper manner. You will learn. Once you learn, I don't think you need to follow the document also. You just need to follow the steps what we are going to discuss. That 7 to 8 steps you can just keep remember. And I shown you one excel sheet. If you want to crack the interview na, you can also focus
Hmm.
just on this excel sheet. what they
Okay.
what question they will ask you, what configuration you are going to do on purchase order in Ariba. So that is a
Hmm.
pure transition, pure default what configuration you are going to do in CIG, that is a cross reference parameter. Now if anyone ask you what is the cross reference parameters you use for purchase order, we have that things. You can just tell him these are the cross reference parameters. This is not a difficult one, that is just easy one. These are the common settings. And just complex things like what are the configuration we are doing for purchase order. There is a 6 types of configurations we are doing for purchase order. At least you can just tell them 2 3. That might they will impress, because you are just
Hmm.
tell them I forgot, I'm just I have remember these 2 3 that remaining, that they will understand you have worked on integration projects. Your order confirmation, ship notice, good receipt, invoicing, service entry sheet, return, collaboration, payment, remittance. These are the things you can just focus on these things. What are the transitions types? They will ask you what is conversion, where conversion will be happening. You can tell them I have conversion. And what is IDOC to CXML, CXML to IDOC, CXML to proxy, proxy to CXML. What is this? So which transition is that? So you can going to learn this transmission types also. And this I'll simplified it all these things for you. I don't think you'll get this kind of document anywhere. If you want to find it out on Connect, you can go and search on Google. You can ask anyone. I don't think anyone will share this kind of documents with you.
Yeah, yeah. I am behind Ariba from March. I am trying to search many documents, but I am not getting it.
Then
It is all of
finally you reach
theoretical.
to the right person then.
That is true. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone? Any
Yeah,
other
yeah.
person?
Just yeah. My last
Yeah.
question. Uh, in this test site, we'll be able to create all those events and everything. Are we
Yes.
also
Yes.
able
Even
to create the complete template also for the buyer?
yes, 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 yes. You can
Al-
create your own templates. You can download those templates. You can keep you for your reference. You can practice on that templates. That is up to you.
Also, the agreement part also,
Yes, templates. That contract agreement you're talking
and
about.
agreement. Yes, contract agreement.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. If you are going to create, you can keep for reference. You can create. You have all the access for templates. But
Okay.
for SLP, there is some limitations on template point. Later on, I'll tell you. And for there is a slight, because see, the feature is something different, so that's why there is some limitations on. But for other, you can as much as templates you want to create, because if you see in this system na, the templates which you going to create, you'll not going to find it out, because our student has created lot many templates. So you have to
Okay.
create your own templates in a unique way. You have to give the name unique. I'll tell you how to give the naming and all these things. And you will find out how to create the folders, and how to search that templates. So you have the access for the templates, full access for template creation, no restriction. You can create as much as you want to create events. You can create multiple events. You can do the testing full day. There is no restriction
Okay.
to use for 1 hour or 2 hours or certain days that is off. So there is no restriction from our side, at least for I think IRA is 2 months or 1 month. Hello.
No, we are giving for 2 months. So the 2 months of access will be given by default along with the training. And if at all they want to extend the access, that is going to be pay per month basis later on after 2 months of finishing of the access. Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Any
Yeah.
other doubts? See, then
Yes,
we have
Rajesh.
templates. So a lot many templates we have. Like if you, I'll show you the page only, page number, and each page have at least 20 to 25 templates, like 36 pages. And on this we have at least more than 25 templates, 30 we can say, 30 templates, 36 pages. These are the folders from our student. You can also create your own templates folder, and you can utilize the folder shortcuts. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
that way you can going to create like you have full access for Android. I think once you learn the templates, once you have master data access also, you have see admin rights also, you can import the data also. You want to download and import some data, you want to add something, you can do that kind of things. We have no restriction on these things. Your integration manager also open for you. I don't think this, which I'm talking about, someone has asked about the ICM configuration, sorry, API related. So this is the ICM configuration. Later on I'll explain you what is this exactly and how it looks for, how it will help for API configuration. Okay, all these things we have, guys, don't worry about that. We have SM manager, we have admin role. This is for sourcing, this is for downstream core admin for P2P and all these things, and this is for SLP administration. How we are going to utilize these three admin, what is the difference, and what settings we are going to do in admin, core admin, and admin SM admin. So each and everything we are going to discuss. Any issue, sorry, any point, anyone? Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Vilas, your hand is raised. Vilas, you want to ask anything?
No, yes, yes, it's done, it's done.
Okay, great then, guys. So I guess like everything has been, asked and answered in a very proper fashion. Okay. So now the thing is like, if you are having any queries or any doubts, you can reach out to our business development team. Okay, whether it's going to be Sana, Nilima, or Samriddhi, anyone with whom you are in touch with. So they are going to guide you on the, registration process. And for this reason, you see, we are not going to take many participants over here, so it's going to be first come first serve basis. And also the registrations are already been started, so those who are willing, you can quickly register, and we are going to take the limited participants over here in order to make the things in a better way. Okay, so please hurry up on that part, and you can enroll this one. And the sessions are going to, first session is going to start from the next Saturday, that is going to be 24th of this month. And from there, even this training is going to be for approximately 40 to 45 hours, and only on the weekends. Okay, Saturdays and Sundays we are going to conduct this one. And Saturday 7:30 p.m. onwards, 3 hours, and Sunday the same thing, 7:30 p.m. onwards, IST, I'm talking about Indian time. Okay, and all the things, if at all I'm missing anything, you can reach me out also. You can we can our team is going to put a conference call with me, or you can directly, you want to talk to Radhe Sham also in between to clarify some of the doubts before your registration later on. So still we can put out the this conference call. Okay, our team is going to put a conference call either with me or with Radhe Sham anytime. Okay, please feel free to get satisfied first, then do the enrollment. Thank you so much,
Uh,
guys.
how long is the training?
Training is going to be for 45 hours, so that's going to be approximately 5 weekends, basically 5 weekends.
Is this are you planning to do it like again in another month or so?
Yeah, every 5 weekends means like this is an ongoing kind of training. Okay, so
Okay.
after finishing this one, next training is going to be start in the month of November. Sorry, this is August, September, October only. Yeah, the next batch
Okay.
will start month of October. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. Is there anyone else, guys? Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks a lot, Radhesham, for your time and patience over here, and really appreciate your knowledge sharing with every one of us. Appreciate to you. So we conclude the session for the day. Thank you, guys. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
thank you, thank you, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.